Hello everybody, welcome to Machine Learning Easy video 16. So in the last video, we discussed how to handle categorical data. So this is my 16th video in the series of machine learning videos, which we started from R programming and then entered into Python. All the data pre-processing techniques in R are covered in previous videos. And in the Python, missing data and categorical data are discussed in last previous two videos. Now in this video, we will discuss outlier detection, and in the next video, we discuss feature scaling in Python. So outlier detection, what is an outlier? So these are the extreme values that deviate our observations. That means, for example, consider one particular column in your data set, age. So all the ages are in between 20 to 30, but only some ages are between 70 to 80. Then those 70 to 80 ages are outliers. Okay, so this is very simple. So that is nothing but which deviates. So these ages deviates from the all remaining ages. So in the similar way, that can be age, that can be a salary, that can be a temperature. So the value is very different from the normal remaining samples, that is said to be an outliers. For example, if we consider this example, this red point is not nearer to either this group or this group or this group. It is completely separate. So we call it as an outlier. Okay. So how to handle these outliers in Python, we will see with this example. So to explain you, I will try to use a data set from Kaggle. So just click it and download the data set, and I will show you what is the data set. So it is the insurance data set. So actually, what is this data set? We need to predict insurance charges of a person based on his age, based on his gender, BMI, having number of children 0, 1, 2 or 3, is smoker or not, and region, place. So all these are independent variables here, because based on this we are predicting charges. This is a dependent variable. Our task is to predict the charges based on all these. So all these are independent variables. This is a dependent variable. So I am using this data set for show you outliers. Okay. So the same data set. So now I downloaded the data set from Kaggle and I load my data set using pd.read_csv. Okay, so this is done with pandas. That's why pandas as pd I use. So for showing you outliers, we need to plot about our data, as I already shown you in the R programming. So similar way, so to plot something in R, we need to use a package called matplotlib. In that sub package pyplot. So matplotlib.pyplot as PLT. This is an alias name like PD. So in the place of pandas, you can use PD dot. Similarly, you can use PLT in the place of this whole package name. So if you write this line of code, your data set is loaded into your Python spider. Then what we will do? See, I want to see the data structure or the data shape of BMI variable only. So use hist. Okay, this is the predefined functions provided. So plt.hist of data set, because the object name is now data set on which your data set is loaded of BMI. If you give like this, so this is the information, the values, how the values are spreaded. All this information is shown as a histogram. Similarly, you can also see for charges. See, by seeing the diagram, you can easily understand. So here the values are more. That means the charges between this 0 to some 15,000 or more. But after 15,000 to 60,000, only less number of samples available. So in this type of misbalance can be easily, unbalance can be easily identified by using this histogram. And there is another plot, box plot. I also use this box plot in our programming. So box plot is another option. For example, box plot is used for charges here. Okay, so you can leave another variable name actually. I will show you how to show the box plot in Python. Okay, so this type of box plot show. What is this? This is nothing but these are the variables which are outliers. So here we need to use what is this SNS? Actually, we need to use Seaborn. I will show you in the execution. You need to write one more line. Seaborn package. You need to import that object dot like PLT Seaborn SNS object is created. Alias name is created. That SNS object SNS alias name dot box plot. You need to do. See here, these are the outliers. That means above this range some 45,000. These are outliers. What is outlier means? All the other medical charges are in this range, but only if you are in this range. So if these outliers are considered in your data set, your algorithm may confuse because if all are in the same range, it can easily predict. Some other range is there for some values. It may be chance of confusion for your ML algorithm. That's why first we need to detect our outliers. So how to handle these outliers? Okay, once you detect it, how to remove them? And here I am having one question. So here some outliers are there. What is the minimum value to be kept and what is the maximum value? For example, maximum value 45,000, something like this is shown in the diagram. And minimum value, for example, like this, 5,000. But you can do it with quartiles. You can easily find the value. What is the maximum value? What is the minimum value? And after maximum and after minimum, you can remove those values. Then your data set becomes balanced data set. For that, we need to discuss quartiles. Actually, I explained all these quartiles in my previous videos. So you go back to previous videos where I explained R programming for outlier detection. But once again, I am telling you, see, quarters means that divides our data into different quarters parts. For example, 25%, 55%, and 75%, 100%. So divide your data into 4 parts, 4 quartiles actually. It considers only 3 quartiles. That means 4 parts as I shown you. For example, consider the values -3 to +3. So -3 to +3. So these two first quartile and this is second quartile, third quartile, fourth quartile. So dividing into 4 parts, then you can identify. So first part is 20 at the place of 25th percentage. First part actually. We are dividing the data into 4 parts. Later 50th percentage. Later 75th and 100 percentage. Okay. So why we need this? Okay, coming to chair. We need to first detect outliers. Then we use these quartiles and find the formula and apply the formula for eliminating the outliers. We will see that. So as I told you, 4 parts, first 25th percentile, second 25th, third 25th, fourth 25th. So first one is called lower quartile or Q1, first quartile. And the second quartile, middle quartile or median actually. Okay. So why it is median? Actually, you need to write all the numbers from lower to higher, ascending order. Then only it becomes median. I will show you an example. This is third quartile. And the difference between this Q3 and Q1 is called interquartile range, IQR. Okay. So IQR is nothing but Q3 minus Q1. And what is this IQR? It tells how your data is spread actually around the mean. That's why we consider this IQR. Because most of the data is within this range. So if you subtract this Q3 minus Q1, you will get an idea of how your data is spread. And now this is the formula after calculating Q1, Q3 and IQR. The data points which fall below Q1 minus 1.5 IQR or above Q3 plus 1.5 IQR are outliers. That means the lowest value is this one and the highest value is this one. And below values are not outliers. The minimum value and maximum value. As I said, minimum boundary and maximum boundary for BMI. Minimum boundary and maximum boundary for charges. So these are the two formulas we are using. Okay. So this is very simple. So I will tell you how to calculate these quartiles. For example, consider these numbers. So first you need to arrange in ascending order as I told you. So now see 3 plus 3, 6 plus 3, 9 plus 4, 12 numbers. So after 3, first quartile. After 6, second quartile. After 9, third quartile. Okay. So Q1, Q2, Q3. So how to calculate this Q1? Average between these two, 12 and 14 by this Q1. Similarly, 22 plus 25 to 23.5 is Q2. Similarly, 36 plus 42 by 2 is the third quadrant. And IQR is Q3 minus Q1. It's 39 minus 13. Okay. So that is the way to calculate Q3, Q1. Now we will try to execute this in Spider. Okay. So I will show you a data set which I already downloaded from the Kaggle. Okay. So first load your data set. So I use this folder. So in this folder, the data set is there. See, where is it? Insurance. Just click I. See this insurance. The same data set is loaded here. And I am using a file outlier.py. As I told you, no need to give the path. Keep both your data set and your Python file in same folder. That is this file outlier.py. But I will try to show you line by line. First, load data set. F9. See, I already explained how to load all these in the previous video. Just go and watch. So now open this data set. So which contains 1338 rows with 7 columns. Okay. Now, as I already told you, you need to import a library, Seaborn library. Press F9. And now box plot. I am directly explaining the box plot in place of histograms. You can also use histograms, but see the box plots. Okay. So SNS dot box plot of BMI. Go to plots here. This is the box plot which shows our outliers. See 45, 50, and above 45. So this maximum value you can easily identify using the box plot. Actually, no need to calculate using IQR, Q1, Q3. If you don't know all these formulas, just use this by seeing the diagram. Of course, you can estimate the value between 45 and 50. So consider 45 and above 45 outliers. Not a problem. But if I want exact formula, I will show you. Okay. So this is the data set actually. It has some categorical features. Gender, sex is there, and smoker, region. So in Spider, if you want to remove some columns, how to remove them? So simply use data set is the variable name. Drop columns is equal to, and you will give the columns. So here I am reviewing categorical features because we will see the imbalance or the outliers for only numerical things. So I am removing all the categories. What are the categories? Smoker, the answer is not a number. For sex, the answer is not a number. And for region, the answer is not a number. Answer, not answer actually, attribute values are not numbers, text values. So we remove that using this line. It is very simple in Python. Drop function is used and you need to specify columns. Now open data set. Only numerical age, BMI, children, charges are there. Now once again try to draw the box plot. The same thing because we here drawn the box plot only for the BMI. The same thing. You can also draw the box plot for whole data set using the syntax. Okay. See, don't need to confuse. In Python, you can run any line at any time. For example, I am executing the bottom line again, top line. You can do it. That is provided. This is the overall box plot. Actually, this is the box plot of whole data set. Okay. But it is better to identify the box plot for each and every variable. Once again, for charges, see here, these are the outliers above some 45,000. It is outliers. Now, as I told you, how to calculate the minimum and maximum values. So we use this function to find Q1. You use this data set dot quantile of 0.25. Similarly, for Q3, 0.75. So if you find these two, then if you subtract, you will get IQR. So Q1, Q3 I calculated. F9. So Q1 value and Q3 value. So see, Q1 for age is 27, for BMI 26. For children, actually 0, 1, 2, 3 children, no need to consider it. For charges, 47, 40. Similarly, Q3 value also. So now subtract these two we get IQR. Okay, so I subtracted IQR and printed IQR. See the values of IQR interquartile range for age 24, for BMI 8.3, for children 2.0, for charges 11,800. So now find lower benchmark and higher benchmark. That means the value below lower benchmark are outliers, the value above higher benchmark are outliers. For that I shown you the formula in the PPT. Q1 minus 1.5 IQR, Q3 plus 1.5 IQR. Just use these two formulas. Press F9. So you will see the values by click here. See, for example, consider BMI. This is the benchmark, higher benchmark, 47.29. If you observe the box plot, the same thing actually for BMI, which we drawn earlier. So see here, the same thing. So this is at 47, I think, here. From here, that is the benchmark. Okay, so for charges also there. Similarly, lower benchmark is also shown. Click on Explorer and lower benchmark for it is -9. So no need to consider. There is no value less than -9. So try to consider above 47.29. Okay, after this you can do it in Excel also. You open Excel and put filter and remove all the values above this 47.29 higher benchmark value. But if you want to do it in Spider also, you can do it. It's very simple. So new data set I written it as data set 1 is equal to, you need to subscript again data set of BMI values less than or equal to 47.29. What does it mean? Only the values less than or equal to 47.29 are in the final data set. All the other rows are deleted. Okay. So now execute it. Now see here, this variable is data set 1. Data set 1 contains 1329 samples only. In the total data set 1338. That means some rows are deleted where the BMI value greater than or equal to greater than 47.29, those are deleted. Okay, that is the way to handle this type of outliers in your data. Of course, as I shown you, can also draw these histograms. It's not a problem. You need to import matplotlib also actually to draw this. So run these two lines. So this plot is okay, it will take some time. So it prints the histogram of the whole data set because I had given the whole data set. That's why it is taking some time. So in this way, you find the values, lower value and higher value. See the histogram of the values. If you print it as hist, it shows the values actually. Okay, once again I will run. It's not a problem. So actually the kernel is stopped. That's why nothing in there. So run everything and I will try to show you that histogram. So just data is downloaded. So PLT I use, for example, histogram of charges. See, only charges histogram show. So histogram of BMI you use. So BMI. So I can easily see the histogram, but to find the outliers, this is the better way. What is the better way? Drawing the box plot and verify the value. You can estimate roughly, but if you want correct value, use these formulas. Okay. So in the next video, I will show you how to handle feature scaling. What is the feature scaling? That is actually not compulsory task. So what is feature scaling? Where we need to apply. And I also explain how to divide the data into training and testing set. Okay. So thank you for watching this video. If you like this video, like and subscribe. Thank you.